Not gonna lie, I have to disagree. Sorry, Catherine. To embark, every passenger needs to be flooded with electromagnetism using a pilot seat. These scanning sessions are known to cause nausea and headaches, sometimes lasting up to 3 days. I think temporary physical discomfort, no matter how severe, is a small price to save mankind. Taking the question for what it is, I mean, I don't think there's any price to pay to save mankind. I don't really like mankind. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And if you want to know why I don't like mankind, take a look at the fucking world right now. I'm recording this in October 2020. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But take a look at the fucking world right now, especially in the fucking United States. That kind of bullshit is the reason why I don't fucking like humanity. And yeah, that kind of shit doesn't always happen, but bro, human beings are pieces of shit. Straight up. I'm a cynical fuck, so I don't think there's any price to pay. I feel like the Earth would be better out without fucking mankind. I think we're fucking blight upon the fucking planet, personally. I guess if you've ever seen the show True Detective, the first season on HBO, as far as humanity is concerned, I kind of share the same logic on that as Rust, to a degree. I just don't think that we should all kill ourselves. But overall, though, if we were going to save humanity, I don't like people. Just not. I like persons. I don't like people. But overall, if you want to save mankind, then yes, physical discomfort is a small price to pay. Strongly agree. The Ark is built to fit a Ranger MK VAT probe, meaning it could be shot into space with the Omega space gun. What the fuck is that? And technically survive for thousands of years. Oh, wait. This might change my perspective on the ending. The Ark is built to fit a Ranger whatever probe, meaning it could be shot into space with the Omega space gun and technically survive for thousands of years, living off a life from our sun and distant stars. I think the Ark should leave the Earth behind and be launched into space. Well, that's the whole fucking purpose, isn't it? Kind of like the golden record. If you don't know what the golden record is, very interesting. It's kind of like this, actually. It's this device. It's like this mechanical thing that was launched out into space, I think in the 1970s, although I'm probably wrong about that. But it has encoded in it everything that humanity is. Political shit, entertainment shit, how Earth is, how humanity lives their lives, all types of shit, what we sound like, what our languages are. And they just send it out into space, hoping that some alien, if aliens exist, will find it somewhere. And I've always found it funny because if, let's say aliens do exist, which they might, but let's say aliens do exist. I'll imagine that like some spacecraft or random planet out there, fucking a billion years from now, you know, they pick up the golden record and they're just like, what the fuck is this shit? And then like they end up finding out where Earth is, and by that point in time, like the Earth is totally fucked. It's just like a big fucking round ball of molten lava that's been fucked for like 1,000 years or more. Which means that the whole thing would be pointless. The digitalization of humanity is the opportunity to make a quantum leap in our own evolution. I strongly disagree. Because there are limits to what AI can do. Even AI that can kind of... Well, then again, this is really AI, it's more like us. Still though, I don't know, I disagree. The people inside the Ark will, out of necessity... You know what? I'm going to think about this kind of stuff more so in the review. I feel like this game's review is going to be very long. The people inside the Ark will out of necessity be generated from existing genetic code, but could be altered to allow for cosmetic changes, ease aging, and even prevent death. I think we're at risk of losing our humanity if we try to rid ourselves from disease and our mortality. Strongly agree. There are only 58 people left alive to be stored inside the Ark. A way to diversify and expand the population would be to introduce artificial intelligences that would in every way appear to be human, but with childlike and naive sensibilities. As we continue to explore the nature of intelligence, we may find a way to make them smarter in the future. I think an inferior group of artificial people would benefit our society. Honestly, agree. Because you do need more diversity. I mean, that's like the whole thing about like incest, for instance, you know? Like it's like a very taboo thing. Think about it, here's the thing about incest, is it like, it's not even that bad at first. Like, if you take away the social stigma bullshit and just look at it for what it is, like really do some research on this shit. Even siblings, even like a brother and sister, if they fuck, and even if a brother and sister have kids, like Cersei and Jaime Lannister, the first time around, it's actually not that big of a deal. The chances of the offspring getting fucked up or retarded or disfigured or whatever is barely more than your average your average person anyway, who's not inbred. That being said, the second generation shouldn't do it. So if you have a brother and sister, they fuck, have kids, and then their kids end up being brother and sister, and they fuck and have more kids, then then their kids, like the genetic chances of their inbred kids, the second set, being fucked up genetically and all that, raises dramatic. I think it raises over 100%. Like the first time around isn't that big of a deal, but the second time around, if that were to happen, raises significantly, and each generation afterward just keeps raising more and more significantly, and then you'll get to the point where you have Habsburg jaw. Look up Habsburg jaw. You'll get some king or prince, something like that. He's a famous guy for having the Habsburg jaw, and that guy, he had so many physical ailments his entire life. He was completely sterile. He had one testicle that was shrunk and didn't even work. He couldn't even fuck, like have sexual intercourse. He couldn't eat. He couldn't speak, or he had difficulty. Like, but that guy was born from from one of those families that relied on inbreeding in order to keep the royal bloodline in the family. That kind of bullshit. It's not great. But yeah, so like I feel like having a more diverse thing would be good. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, well. This is all very interesting. Alright, let's see. I'm not waking up you right now. You know, one thing you gotta appreciate about this game. So like the load screen tells you exactly what's going on. So you can be off this game for as long as you want to and you'll still have an idea of what's going on. So how did I forget what was going on the other time, you might ask? I was doing other shit while it was loading.
Start an arc simulation. I want to see how it works.
Alright. So is the arc simulation in here?
What's this thing?
That's just a compound examiner. Coster uses it to investigate structural integrity in payload frameworks.
Of course.
Could you fit inside it? If I knew what you were made of, it would be a hell of a lot easier to figure out how to get you on the arc.
Well, I'll give it a try.
I didn't really want to, but if it's necessary, then I guess so. Oh my Jesus. Alright, well I can't go in there anyway, because the only two is in there. Oh God. Well, let's do it. The goal right now is to figure out how the arc works.
Bit of a tight fit.
Can you reach the on switch?
Where is it at? Oh yeah, it's right here.
Should I
Yo,
be
this
worried
feels
about
like
radiation?
the TSA at an
I
airport.
think we're beyond that. Interesting. You seem to be one with the diving suit you're wearing. Everything's meshed together.
How's that gonna work with the suit we're picking up at Omicron?
I think they're bigger. You should be able to wear them both.
And if I can't?
Imogen. Who's that?
It looks like the basis for your body is one of my old colleagues. A standard Cortex chip for robots, including the data reader and the Torch, has just been forced through the skull.
What?
Structure gel has fused the whole construction together. Amazing stuff.
No, hold on, back up. I'm one of your old colleagues?
Well, your body is. Imogen Reed.
That's disgusting.
Hey, don't say that. She was nice to me. Anyway, the Cortex chip is good news. That means we can transfer your mind to the Ark with a pilot seat.
Kath, I'm half a dead person.
Yes, it makes sense. Think about it.
Actually, you're a whole
All
dead
this simplistic minds
person.
we've run into, just reviving a dead person doesn't seem to work that well. A robot body seems to make people a bit unreliable. You are the best of both worlds. A sound mind and a sound body.
Interesting.
At least we know how to get on the Ark.
Sort of. I understand the concept, but I don't know the specifics. I really wish we could figure out how the scan data is formulated and processed.
Interesting, though. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't figure Catherine for a dyke. And yes, I know dyke isn't a pejorative term, but here's the thing, though. Offensive humor or just offensive shit, like, I don't know, doesn't really bother me that much, unless it's taken in a serious manner. Like, when I call her a dyke, it's more of like it's kind of like an affectionate sort of thing, I guess you could say. Like, anybody who knows me would tell you that if I call you an asshole or a cocksucker, it's probably a good thing. Hell, if I call Muji a son of a bitch, he'll be like, thank you, because he knows it's a compliment. Like, for real. So me calling her a dyke is a good thing towards her. Yeah. Like, if you're a friend, like, even like there's a dude I used to know. He was a gay guy. I'm not gonna give you his name. But one thing happened, like, if I didn't call him a cock-sucking faggot, like, every week or so, he'd be like, yo, is something wrong? Let's see. Anyway, though, so, you know what the funniest thing about that, this whole Imogen Reed thing, or whatever the hell it was, is that Simon is straight up a man trapped in a woman's body. The irony of that is just funny to me. I don't know what that means. Prep arc, I don't know. Oh, prep signal transmitter. Power packs. Hamatsu power suits proper usage for the safety of you and your colleagues. Put on the neoprene undersuit and body harness. 2. Check the HPS for any visual damage. 3. Starting with the legs, fix the parts onto your harness and work yourself upwards. Lock all the pieces together as you go. Let a partner help you with the back piece and the torso. 4. Tap the secure button on your arm piece. You should hear the suit seal itself. 5. The suit will then start to equalize pressure and tap into the oxygen tank. 6. If the suit doesn't seal itself, flex the shock absorbers and try again. If it still won't work, do not try and fix it yourself. Contact maintenance. Note: the HPSs are very heavy and the suit will compensate. You will effectively be stronger than you think you are. Be careful. Regular training supplies. Don't do that. Don't stay out too long. Don't dive too deep. Don't dive with malfunctioning equipment. Interesting. And yes, there's a reason I said do that instead of reading it out, and I'm not going to mention why I did that because that would defeat the purpose of why I said it. Let's see.
Wow, that's so cool. It's the whole gang.
A crew photo? Really? Who were you saving this for? The world was dead.
Thanks, Simon. I thought being an asshole wasn't invented until the 22nd century. Now I know better.
That's funny. Oh yeah, aren't we? It's a 2104. Oh yeah, we're in the 32nd century. It keeps blowing. Like the only two games I had played before that take place over 1,000 years, you know, into the future, are this and Horizon Zero Dawn. And there's going to be a third one coming up, which is Horizon Forbidden West. Although I won't be recording that one because that's an open world game. I have a policy with certain parameters that games have to meet in order for me to record them. One is that it can't be open world unless it's with people, and it has to be narrative based. Two, and another one is that it can't be a game I've already played, with the exception of if it has multiple paths, such as especially Detroit Become Human. But if it's like a single player game, like, I don't know, most Resident Evil games, aside from the OG3, then I'll only record those once.
Get an arc simulation going.
Oh yeah. What's this? Bavaria. Approximate. Holy shit! 896 terabytes. Fuck. Memory corrupted simulation reconfiguration. Please reduce memory footprint. So this guy deleted a bunch of bullshit, huh? Alright. Objects. Dirt, boat and river go hand in hand. Cabin chair. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you this right now. I gotta admit something here. So it took me a very long time to figure this out, and I'm going to be brutally honest with this. I actually had to use the internet to figure this one out. I could not figure, because the first thing I tried to do was I went to just filling up the memory all the way. Didn't work. No combination that I tried would work, so I actually had to look this up on the internet. Like I used an image on Google as to what to do here, so I did not solve this puzzle myself. I gotta admit that. But anyway, if you want me to solve the puzzle myself, make it fucking workable. Like, at least in Resident Evil, when there's a hard-ass puzzle, they at least give you a tacit solution. This game didn't even do that.
Try loading a dummy scan. Shouldn't be that difficult. I just want to make sure I understand how the scan data is formulated before we start messing around with the real arc. Run the simulation and then hit pause while the code is running. It'll give me a cross-section of the process. Better not use real data. I don't want to repeat what we did to Brandon.
Second that.
Sorry.
You need to pause while the dummy is loaded, otherwise I can't know if it's working or not.
I just did pause it, god damn it.
Try pausing it when the dummy is loaded. No, try again. The dummy needs to be loaded when you pause. You need to catch it while it's being loaded.
I know, god damn it. Jesus.
Yes, of course. So precise, so perfect.
Nothing like admiring your own work.
What?
Huh.
Oh, right.
So, what now?
Are we done here? Can we go to Omicron and get my new suit now?
Yeah, we should get going.
Want to bring this arc as a backup?
Now that wouldn't work. This is just a prototype.
Good. I prefer to travel light.
Let's go. Don't forget to take me with you.
Of course. Now that that's done.
The arc doesn't even look that bulky. This is gonna be easy.
You haven't heard of the concept of jinxing, have you?
Sorry, I forgot your people were superstitious.
I gotta say one thing though. These puzzles have all been very difficult to figure out, and one of the reasons why there's a lot of cuts in this playthrough, most likely, is because of the fact that it takes me a long time to figure this shit out. But even so, picking those random things was the first time I've had to use outside help. So, I'll give myself kudos for that. Because this game isn't short on complicated ass puzzles. And I'm aware that, one thing I'm going to do too, this game was made by Frictional Games. And another game that I'm actually going to do soon, I don't know if it's going to be the next game I do, but another game I intend to do soon is Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And that game was also made by Frictional Games, and it also has difficult ass puzzles. So I consider this a sort of preliminary for that. Catherine, I'm scared. Fuck. That thing I heard earlier, it's in fucking here. Fuck me. Well, you know, at the very least, last time, it looked at me, but I wasn't moving, so I'm going under the assumption, I'm going to infer here, that those weird motherfuckers are blind, like lickers. Because that fuck looked right at me and didn't do shit. Unless, of course, well, the room was dark. So unless this room is realistic, unless this game is realistic enough to where enemies don't see you in the dark, I'm going to assume that thing was blind. And I'm going to keep that assumption unless it sees me here. In which case, I'm double fucked. What the fuck? Fuck. Fuck. Fuck you. What the fuck? Oh. Fucking dead guy. What the fuck? And that's right back to... Fuck. What the fuck? You two are still alive? Jesus. Oh, you know, one thought that occurred to me too, and it didn't occur to me like until some time ago, is that, so like, this game takes place in the year 2104. 2103, a comet obliterated the Earth, leaving all of humanity on the surface fucked, and the only guys who were okay with it was on Pathos 2. But now, at least as far as I can tell, Pathos 2 is also fucked, because the only people who are still alive are the ones like those sad fucks, who are being kept alive artificially by robots, who for some reason want them to live in perpetual agony. But that leads to something though. I might have already stated this, I don't know. Maybe I already stated this, I don't know. But, dude, like, mankind, not just the consciousness, but real mankind in this game is already extinct. I'm just saying that's some crazy. Why? Well, okay, well technically not, because these assholes are still alive. But like these guys can't talk or walk or anything. They can't reproduce or anything. So for all intents and purposes, the human race in this game is extinct, except for its consciousness. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, dude. If that's how it happens in real life, like in real life, if that's how, like, if we got hit by a comet, I don't know, let's say what, 2050 or whatever, even during my lifetime, let's say in 2050, right? So about 30 years from now, like, if Earth got hit by a comet that fucked all life on it, honestly, I'd be okay with that. I think it'd be a decent way to end. Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? Fuck. Fuck. Jesus. Fuck. You're still alive? Okay, can I kill these people, at least put them out of their misery? As far as anything crazy goes, dude, like, I think my assumption is right. I think that those things are blind as bats, or should I say blind as lickers? Because he didn't see me. My God, you just been chilling there for a fucking year like that. Can I just grab a sharp object and just cut his throat or something? Jesus Christ. That's disgusting. Acres. Oh, humanity was still alive during 2104. That's interesting. Let's see. One of the worst cases I've seen, and it's most likely his own damn fault. He blinded himself and clogged up his insides with structural gel. I'd be surprised if he ever woke up from the coma. Did make me think of Hart's absurd story about what happened at Lambda. Could it really be that the WoW is somehow able to change and rebuild the... Hart appears to be in good shape considering the circumstances. Only bruise is a mild hypothermia caused by the long walk. It's difficult to corroborate her story as she is the only one to return. Actually, no, I'm reading these all. Okay. Conrad is dead. He boiled his brain to fuck me on a goose. To pulp with the WREM following the ARC neuroscan. Clearly another continuity enthusiast killing himself to take his place in the ARC. As usual, Chun is quiet and does her best to avoid eye contact. She doesn't want to be here, but Strohmeyer demands another evaluation. Chun isn't obstinate or dishonest, but she'd rather not speak if it can be avoided. She has a hard time dealing with people in general, including doctors. Catherine Shun is weak in character, the perfect victim to be dominated and pushed around by others. She is a scared mouse I don't want to upset, so we sit quiet and pass the time. That's fucked up, man. And that's just fucking sick. Jesus Christ.
Terry Akers, Chief Factor at Delta, first assessment. Brought in today, January 16th, 2000.
You know what? I'm actually gonna turn it off. I like exposition, but I'm afraid of that asshole hearing me. Oh. Oh? Huh.
Stromer, you there?
I hear you, Brandon. What do you got?
Akers and his critters are ferocious. They pick up on every move. There's no way past them.
Then we'll fight them. We got to get to the shuttle.
And end up like Shank and Adams? No way. Listen, I'll create a distraction and pull them to me. Get the gang to the shuttle station.
Wait, Brandon, what are you doing?
Don't worry, Alice. I'll look back as soon as you guys are safe. Just load up the shuttle and be ready to go.
Are you sure about this?
I don't plan to die today, sir. See you at the shuttle.
Oh. Come to think of it, I didn't close that door, so why the fuck did it close? Or did I? Bottom line, I don't remember closing the door. I want to explore more, but I don't want to fuck with that thing, so I'm not going to. So all well. Missed opportunity. I do want to explore more, but like truthfully, like I like doing that. Like I like exploring and learning things in games, but I'm not gonna fuck with that thing. Shit, I thought this was the way forward. I guess I have to fuck with that thing, never mind.
It's missing a chip or something.
Stromae,
Brad, where are you?
it got out of hand. I'm in sector RD4. Did you get everyone downstairs?
Yeah, we're safe for now. But you need to get moving. They're gonna figure out where we are and come for us.
Don't worry about it. The stairs are blocked, and I killed the...
At least there's that. Alright, so I've come to this window, and it appears to me that I have to break it. Which really fucking sucks. I'm not breaking it with that. The fuck do I break it with? Huh. There we go. So I'm stressed. Come on, you blind cocksucker. I've come to the theory that those things just disappear and reappear randomly.